Welcome again to Computer Programming in C++. In the last video, we created a simple class, and this one we're going to put it to use. And to review the last video, we created a class of type square. That's a private variable called length and public functions, which will set the length, get the length, return it to the main program, and get the area. We're going to put all of those to use. The first thing we need to do to use those is to create an instance of the class, which is a fancy way to say I'm going to make a variable of type square. Here, I'll have this be a program about somebody creating a square garden. So we create a variable here that will then be used. We'll also have a double variable which will control how big a side of the garden is. So let's ask the user, what is the side length of your amazing garden? And then they can input that number into side. Should probably put some spaces in here, something like that. There we go. Now, let's use our program. So we already have a variable square, or a variable garden of type square. Let's look up here. We're going to need to set the length using the setLength function. So let's do that. Now, I need to tell I'm setting the length in the garden. What we do is we use the dot operator, which is a fancy name for the period. And then I'm going to set length and send side into that function. When the compiler sees this, it looks at the set length function in the dot operator. So it says, okay, I'm running the set length function. Where is that function? Okay, garden is a type square. I look up in the square functions. There's my set length function. It says what to do. So then we'll set the variable for garden. And then let's return some text to the user. See out. That is amazing. You have a garden there. With side length. And what was that? Oh, I'm going to use the getLength function. Even though we already know the side length here, I want to demonstrate the use. getLength. Oh, you got to look in the garden. That's the variable type square. I have to say where to look. It is a function, so I put parentheses here. And I'm hitting enter. I'm not saying I'm actually hitting enter. Let's do that. And area. Never seen that before. All right, and area. Garden. Dot get area. So whenever I use the dot, it accesses a function within a garden variable, and garden is type square. If I could have more than one variable type square in the program, then I'd just specify which variable I'm using whenever I want to do that. Let's see if this works. Yes. Unsuccessful. Oops. Try that again. Oh, forgot a semicolon. Side length of my amazing garden Why, it's 12 meters. That is amazing. I have a garden of side lake 12 and area 144. It worked.